Hello. Last time I told कि complex number chapter है completed. This time we are going to solve the problem which uh, come in the examination like JEE Mains, JEE Advanced, and another Central University exam. JAM. तो first problem I will start. हमारे पास there are sum of two complex number. The first complex number is Z plus another complex number is Z minus 1. And the question is saying that what is the minimum value of the sum of these two complex number. Okay, minimum value. So ये बहुत simple question है and it came in IIT JEE. I think it was came in the mains. अभी we just need to remember the basic property of the complex number. जब हमने solve किया था, if we have two complex number Z1 and the Z2, at that time मैंने लिखा था कि sum of these two complex number individually will be greater than the sum of these two complex number. First take and then take the modulus. Now using this property we will solve this problem. अभी यहाँ पे this complex number let's say Z1 and this one is Z2. अब इसका मिनिमम वैल्यू है तो मिनिमम वैल्यू हम वी कैन राइट डाउन दैट इफ दीज आर टू सम ऑफ दीज कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर वो एटलीस्ट इससे तो बड़ा ही है मतलब तो कैन वी राइट डाउन दीज कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर इन द फॉर्म दिस वन एंड वी विल से दैट दिस इज द मिनिमम वैल्यू इससे ज्यादा सम इससे ज्यादा ही वैल्यू होगा द सम ऑफ दिस टू कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर सो लेट्स राइट डाउन सो फर्स्ट इज z प्लस ऑफ z minus 1 which is equals to and greater than in z plus of z minus 1. You will find here that this part is you can write down as it is z plus of what z minus 1 and then it will be greater than you can say simply अगर आप ऐसे लिखोगे then you will get here 2z minus 1 then again it will be complicated but if you remember that complex number is z and the modulus of z will be equals to simply minus of z. Clear? So now we have to change the sign of the first complex number. We can write it like z modulus plus of 1 minus z. Okay, which will be equals to and greater than is minus z plus of 1 minus z. Clear? Now you can say z if the complex number z are represented by the same symbol, then it means they are equal, and if they have opposite sign, then it will be cancel out. So now it will be greater than the modulus of 1, which is simply modulus z plus you can write down in this. So minimum value for this equation, which this equation will be greater than age 1. So this, let's say this is capital R. So the value of capital R will always be greater than and equal to 1. So this is the first question. Now let's talk about the second question, which is simply say that you have complex number in the multiplicative form like this one by increasing 1 is the complex part and it goes up to, let's say, n is a constant number, and it is simply saying that this multiplication is equal to one complex number a plus iota b. Now we have to tell that what is, so this is the multiplication sign up to goes 1 plus n square. Now we have to tell that what is the value of here n simply, let's say. Okay, so how can we solve it? First we need to understand the question that here whatever you are looking 2, 5, 10 all are the constant there is no complex part in this equation. But in this equation, which is written as equation, we have a plus iota b, where we can see the complex part in this series. Now, to remove the complex part, there is only one method. Taking the complex conjugate of this series and multiplying with itself will give the modulus of the number. So let's take the complex part, that is will be 1 minus iota, 1 minus 2 iota, 1 minus 3 iota, and it goes up to 1 minus of an iota. Simply it is equal to a minus. Now, if you see here, if we multiply this a plus iota b with the a minus iota b, we simply have a square plus b square. Okay. Now, if this is the case, then let's multiply this equation here. Then 1 plus iota and 1 minus iota square will be 1 square minus iota square. The second will be 1 square minus of 4 iota square, and it will goes like this way: 1 minus of 9 iota square dot 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 equals to 1 minus of n square into iota square, which is simply equals to a square plus b square. If you can see from here that 1 and this iota square is again minus 1, that minus minus will give you plus 1. Simply here this 1 minus iota square is minus 1, that will give you again minus minus 4, so that's plus. And up to this you will get like this number 1 plus n square, which is simply a square plus b square. Okay. Now you have 2 into 5 into 10 dot dot up to 1 plus n square. This is equal to a square plus b square. The question was, sorry, so how will you get these number from this series of the complex number? So that's why the same thing. Let's just take the complex part of that and then multiply. You will get that series for this question. Okay. Now I think we can discuss the next question. Okay. Okay. So I was telling that how did we got this 2, 5, 10 dot dot up to 1% square. ये किस चीज का वैल्यू है in term of that complex number? So complex number was a plus iota b, so this was equals to a square plus b square. That was the question. Now let's say question number third, similar for the complex number. Here you have two complex number as a ratio, z divided by 12 and z minus 8 iota is equals to 5 by 3. Now it's a calculate, or you will get a quadratic equation and you have to find out the value of x and y correspondingly. So another equation is z minus 4 divided by z minus 8. So you have these two equation, or you okay, and using these two equation you have to find out what are the possible value of x and y for this, for those value these equation will hold together. So we know that z is complex number is simply written as x plus iota y. Now what we will do, we will just use the some complex number identity and then we will try to solve it. I have told that if you have two complex number modulus this way, then can be written as z1 modulus of z2. Okay, so let's start with the first equation, which is simply z minus 12 of modulus and then z minus 8i modulus, which is simply equal to 5 by 3. Now substitute this z by x plus iota y. Then in the first equation you have x plus iota y minus 12. In the second equation you have x plus iota y minus 8 the modulus, sorry, which is equals to 5 by 3. Now you can multiply it this way, and by taking the square of that you will get in the left hand side 3 square is 9, and then in this side you have x minus 12 ka square plus y ka square. In the right hand side, so x plus y ka x minus 12 ka square plus y square, because the modulus of a complex number is simply, if you have a complex number like a plus iota b, then modulus square of this will be simply a square plus b square. Okay. Now in similarly this second part you have a real number part and this is the complex part, then you will start solving it. So we have gone one, which is 25 into x square plus y minus 8 square. Is it right? Let me check. So it's y minus 8. Clear. So this is the complete bracket and then again this is the whole bracket. Now by solving this equation you simply have here x square minus 24x plus 144 plus y square. In the right hand side you have 25, then you square and bracket open this square again, y square minus 16y plus 64. Again you can start solving here, you will get 9x square minus 24 into 9x plus 9y square plus 144 into 9. Okay, which will give you here 25x square plus 25y square minus 25 into 16y plus 25 into uh, 25 into 64. So there are some things which you can cancel out here if possible. Then let's say 9x square and this is a 25, that will give you 16x square here. Here 9y square and this 25 square, again it will give you 16y square, and rest of them you can think of write down as it is. So in the left hand side we have 16x square plus 16y square, and then this number will go in the right hand side will be positive 24 into 9 into x, and this number is minus 25 into 16y, then plus this 25 into 64 and minus this number will go in the left hand side 144 into okay. So this is the first equation. Now let's start with the second equation. Uh, so this was the z minus 4 divided by z minus 8 and equals to 1. Okay, so it is z minus 4 divided by z minus 8 is equals to 1. That's what we have. Okay, so similarly it can be written as z minus 4 divided by z minus 8 equals to 1. So you multiply it and that will give you z minus 4 modulus of z minus 8, and from here you can say that x plus iota y minus of 4 square is equals to x plus iota y minus of 8 ka square, not square, let's say modulus. uh, so modulus, I have told you how to take the modulus of the complex number. So first square, do the square of real part, then the complex part, and then add up. So it will x minus 4 ka square plus y square will be equals to simply x minus 8 ka square of plus y square. Okay, so here y square is cancel out, and then you have x minus 4 ka square is equals to x minus of 8 ka square. So it will give you x square minus 8x plus 16 is equals to x square minus 16x plus 64. Okay, simply x square is cancel out, and then 8x you will go in the left hand side, let's say, then your 8x is equals to 64 minus 16, then 8x will be equals to 4 6 yeah. So it will be 8 and then this will be 5 or 4, and x will be simply 6. Now by putting the value of x in this equation and the previous equation, you can calculate the value of y, and this will be solution for the given equation. Okay.